Well, when we think about garage doors, we probably don't think of too much more than whether or not the garage door actually works, as this one does, or whether or not there is a fresh battery in the remote control. But do you ever think about garage door safety? It's a real issue, and it can pose a danger to your kids, to your pets, and even to your own security. So this morning, we wanted to talk garage door safety, and to help us do that on The Balancing Act, we are pleased to be joined by our good friend, Jim Lagani. Hey, Jim.
Good morning, Danielle. You too, thank you.
Now, Jim is with Precision Door Service, and I have to tell you, this is the nation's leading garage door service company. So you talk about an expert, he is the man to walk us through all of this. And I have to tell you, at least personally, it's really not something I think about a lot, garage door safety.
Most people don't, Danielle. What they need to remember is that a garage door is basically a wall of your home that goes up and down on average 4 times per day. And much like the vehicles we drive, they need to perform routine maintenance. Parts need to be inspected for wear, moving parts should be lubricated, nuts and bolts tightened down, and most importantly, safety features of the garage door opener should be checked for proper function.
So there really are dangers associated with our garage doors.
Absolutely. According to the Consumer Protection Agency, there are over 20,000 garage door related injuries per year, and most of those injuries can be attributed to an improperly maintained door.
And so then, Jim, what are some of the dangers?
Let's take a look at ropes and handles, for example.
Okay.
There are many documented cases annually where children get hanged by loose fitting clothing or scarves, or they're playing on the door and they get their necks caught around a rope. You could see by putting your arm through there the potential hazard it presents.
So what can be done about this?
Simply remove the rope. There's no necessity for it. Once you have a garage door opener, take the rope off. Remove the handle from the door. Put bolts in the holes. If you feel you need something on the door, substitute the handle for a lift plate. At least it takes away the temptation of the child to hang on the door when it's going up and go for a ride.
Good advice.
Also, Danielle, let's look at the reversing features of the automatic door opener.
Okay.
People's, pets, children could get trapped under the door if these features aren't working properly.
That's scary.
We have the photo eyes. They need to be aligned properly so that the lights are lit up so that we know that that beam is making contact. If the door is on its way down and a child is riding a bicycle through, it'll break that beam of light and the door will reverse and go back up. More importantly are the force settings on the down cycle. If the door isn't working properly, people tend to over-tighten it instead of fixing the door and making it.
Yeah,
we all do it.
Guilty of that.
Well, what that will do is it'll come down, and if it's trapped under the door, it'll crush you instead of reversing and go back up as it's designed to do. So we need to test that.
All right, Jim, so now I want to get into the issue of security, because that really is a big deal.
It really is, Danielle. A good thief could gain entrance into your garage through your garage door in under 6 seconds. Well, here we have a Lockmatic deadbolt locking system, and what this does is it prevents the door from being manually or physically forced open.
All right, so let me ask you then, when would we use this deadbolt?
Well, that's the beauty of it. It's used every time the door is fully opened or closed. It works automatically. Another very simple solution is to secure the emergency release on the electric opener with an electrical zip tie. This will prevent a burglar from reaching in from the outside with a coat hanger, grabbing that disconnect cord and pulling it through the door.
That makes sense. Now, here's the other thing I have to tell you. I hear an awful lot about remote controls. I mean, there are some issues with remote controls, aren't there?
There are. Come on, Danielle, let me show you. An experienced thief, while you're at the mall shopping, sees your remote control in the visor through the windshield, breaks into the car. Now he has entry into your home.
And so how do they even know where I live?
He goes through your glove box where you keep your registration. He now has your name, your address, access to your home, and he knows where you are.
I'm telling you what, these thieves are crafty, Jim.
Yes, they are.
So what can we do about it?
Ditch the remote in the sun visor. And instead,
remote.
get a little mini remote control that goes on your keychain. This way, while you're shopping, the remote control goes with you.
Love that. All right, Jim, so what happens then when we go on vacation? Because now you've got me really worried. I mean, how can we keep our garage safe?
A nice solution is a wireless keypad. A lot of us, we use the hidden key trick, and unfortunately, Mr. Burglar, he knows that trick better than we do. So when we send the children home with a key and they hide it, he knows where to find it. This keypad allows you to enter your own 4-digit code into it. and it opens the door automatically. It eliminates the need for the hide the key, and it also allows you to give a temporary code to a house sitter or a serviceman if you're away on vacation, so there's no keys involved.
All right, so tell me what else. Now that we're on this roll, I mean, I'm certain that there are other dangers that we should be aware of in our garage, right?
There are. Carbon monoxide is a real threat today, especially in the garage. The problem is the carbon monoxide detectors aren't built to withstand the temperature variations and the high humidity levels found in a garage. And even if they were, they don't do anything about it. The beauty with this unit is that it is built to withstand those temperatures and high humidity levels, but it's tied to the garage door opener. So if unsafe levels of carbon monoxide are detected, it sends a signal, the garage door automatically raises, providing ventilation to the garage.
I tell you, how fantastic. And thank you so much for sharing all this wonderful information with us and with our viewers on the show this morning.
My pleasure.
All right, it was a pleasure meeting you.
You too. Thank you so much.